Calls for the Reserve Bank to respond swiftly to the latest shock drop in GDP. Our economies contracted 0.9% in the June quarter. Kiwi Bank Chief Economist Jared Kerr says the OCR needs to be cut from 3% to 2.5% as soon as possible and may need to go as low as 2%. He says we should not be seeing another large contraction after last year's severe recession. Kerr says the Reserve Bank hasn't been doing its job and needs to show leadership rather than simply following outdated data. Sir Roger Douglas says Nicola Willis is no longer up to the job. The former finance minister is calling for the current finance minister to resign. Douglas says Willis is sending New Zealand bankrupt by failing to get to grips with ballooning fiscal deficits and public debt. He says she must stop fiddling while Rome burns. More jobs are being advertised, but job seekers are still facing stiff competition for roles. Job website Seek's reporting a 4% annual rise in job ads, the first year-on-year increase in 3 years. But applications per job have also increased to a new record high. Seek country manager Rob Clark says most roles are proving easy to fill, but some are not.
Still really competitive if you're a job seeker, but we still see for highly skilled roles a shortage of talent.
The biggest growth is in manufacturing, transport, logistics, trades and real estate. Fear from victims as the number of people escaping electronic bail grows by the hundreds. Figures released to Newstalk ZB show cases of people absconding from bail involving ankle bracelets rose from 64 in 2015 to 832 last year. As a proportion of individuals on electronic bail, it's an increase from 5% to 14%. The government's chief victims advisor, Ruth Money, says bail is already a very emotional and anxiety-inducing time for victims. Donald Trump is on his way home after a state visit to the United Kingdom. After private talks, Trump and Prime Minister Keir Starmer held a press conference. When asked about Starmer's plan to recognise a Palestinian state, Trump said they disagreed on that score. And he says they want the fighting to stop, but claims Hamas is threatening to use hostages as human shields. Young readers are continuing to pick timeless favourites from the bookshelves. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series returns to the #1 spot, with Dave Pilkey's Dogman series in second. Linley Dodd's classic Harry McCleary from Donaldson's Dairy fills third place in Whitcoul's Kids Top 50 Books list for 2025.